Okay, let's have the fourth law of exponent, which is the power of a quotient. So this law states that a raised to the power of m over b raised to the power of m raised to the power of n is equal to a raised to the power of mn and b raised to the power of mn. So pare-parehas na siya atong sa power of a product. Kani exponent nga nasa sa gawas ato na siyang i-multiply sa kada exponent nga nasa sulod. Okay? So mong hitabo nga a raised to the power of mn, i-multiply nato sila mn. Okay? So let's have an example. So we have here 2x squared over y cubed raised to the power of 2. Okay? Raised to the power of 3, I mean 3. Okay? So atong buhaton ang kanang exponent nga naa sa gawas atong i-multiply sa kada exponent nga nasa sulod. So again, ang constant na siya exponent nga 1. So 2 raised to the power of 1 times 3 and x raised to the power of 2 times 3. Nakuha kaning exponent sa gawas gi-multiply sa kada exponent nga nasa sulod. Next, over y raised to the power of 3 times 3. Okay, let's simplify. So 2 raised to the power of 1 times 3, that's 3. X raised to the power of 6 over y raised to the power of 9 because 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, and 2 raised to the power of 3, that's 2 times 2 times 2, and it's equal to 8. 8x raised to the power of 6 over y raised to the power of 9. So this is the final answer. Now let's have the fifth law, which is the negative exponents. Now let's be aware that not all the time the exponents are positive. Okay, so there are instances nga mahimong negative ang atuang exponent. Now kung negative gani ang atong exponent, our goal is to make it positive. Okay, please take note ha. Once ang atuang exponent is negative, ang atuang goal is atua siyang ipa-positive. Now, there are two cases here. The first case, we have a raised to the power of negative m. Okay? So, ang may tabuan ni, to make it positive, atua siyang ipanaog. Okay? So, tanawa gani ang na-result niya. So, nahimo siyang 1 over a raised to the power of m. Nahimo ng positive ang m. Okay? Ang kaning a raised to the power of negative m, atua siyang gipanaog, nahimo din siyang positive. Now, in the second case, ang negative nga exponent is nasa ubos, correct? So 1 over a raised to the power of negative m. So nasa ubos ang negative nga exponent. So to make it positive, ato ang button is ato siyang ipasaka. Okay, so kung ato siyang ipasaka, nahimo siyang a raised to the power of m. So ingana lang na siya. Once gani na ay negative nga exponent, ang ato ang goal is to make it positive. Once nasa sa taas, in this first case, di ba, nasa sa taas atong gibuhat, atong gipanaog, nahimo siyang positive. Pero kung nasa sa ubos, para mahimo siyang positive, ato siyang gipasaka. Okay? So let's have examples para mas masabtan nato siya. Okay? So first example, we have x raised to the power of negative 2. So negative 2. Okay, negative ang exponent, nasa sa taas. So para mahimong positive ni siya, ang sibato nato ato ang ipanaog. Okay? So mahimo siyang 1 over x to the power of 2. Nasabtan? So, atwa siyang gipanaog. So, this is the final answer. Now, in the second example, ang negative nga exponent is nasa ubos. So, once nasa ubos, atwang ipasaka para mahimo siyang positive. So, 1 over x raised to the power of negative 2, mahimo ni siyang x raised to the power of 2. So, this is the final answer. Nakuha? Okay, let's have this third example. So we have here x raised to the power of negative 4, y raised to the power of 6, all over z raised to the power of negative 5. So again, naatay mga negative nga exponents. So our goal here is to make those negative exponents into positive. Diba? Himo na to silang positive. So itong timanan, basta nasa taas ang negative nga exponent para ma-positive siya atong ipaubos. Then once ang negative nga exponent nasa ubos, ato siyang ipataas para mahimo siyang positive. Okay? So ang x raised to the power of negative 4 is nasa sa taas. Okay? nasa sa taas, correct? So, ito siyang ipaubos. So, it becomes x raised to the power of 4. Nasabtan. Then, y6 pabilin sa taas. Then, z raised to the power of negative 5. Nasa sa ubos, correct? To make it positive, ato siyang ipataas or ipasaka. Kuha. So, the final answer is y raised to the power of 6, z raised to the power of 5 over x raised to the power of 4. So, this is the final answer. I hope that's clear. Okay, let's have the sixth law, which is ratio of powers with same base. Now, please take note that we are dealing here expressions having the same bases, diba? So, they have the same bases, but they have the same bases. Now, ato lang timanan diari that ato ang ginabuhat sa ilahang exponent is ato ang ginasubtract. Okay? Always na to ang ginasubtract ang ilahang exponent. But there are 3 cases na dapat na to i-consider. The first one, if m is greater than n. The second one, if m is less than n. And the third one is if m is equal to n. So, muna sila tulo cases nga to ang dapat i-consider. Now, what will happen if m is greater than n? Please take note, m is the exponent of our numerator and n is the exponent of our denominator. Now, what will happen if m is greater than n? Tingnan lang, just copy the common base. Copy the common base, which, okay? Let's say, for example, this example. X raised to the power of 8 divided by x raised to the power of 5. So, it falls under the first case. Okay, because m is greater than our n. So, at walang buhaton is i-copy ang common base, which is x. Then, i-subtract din nato ang ilang exponent, m minus n. Our m here is 8, and our n here is 5. So, 8 minus 5, then it becomes x raised to the power of 3. So, this is the answer. Okay? Please take note nga naon lang if m is greater than n. Now, what if m is less than n? Diba? What if the exponent of our numerator is less than the exponent of our denominator? So, yung nga ang hitabo. Okay? So, it becomes 1 over, copy ang common base, which is x, dayon, n minus m. So, please take note, our n here is 8 minus our m, which is 5. Then, it becomes 1 over x raised to the power of 3. So, this is the final answer. Now, what if this example, what if kung yung example be, x raised to the power of 2 divided by x raised to the power of 2. They have the same base and they also have the same exponents, diba? So, it falls under the third case, which is m is equal to n. M is equal to n. Kung sa'yo may tabo, again, at walang isubtract ang ilahang exponent. Copy the common base. Okay? Copy the common base and subtract their exponents. 2 minus 2. Then it becomes x raised to the power of 0. And please take note that any number or variable whose exponent is 0, that's equal to 1. Okay? So, any number nga exponent is 0, any variable exponent is 0, equal na siya sa 1. So, therefore, if x squared divided by x squared, the answer is 1. So, ato lang gibuhat is kisubtract nato ang ilahang exponent. Okay, so that's it. That is all about the sixth law, ratio of powers with same base. I hope that's clear.